Welcome back to another episode of the Wrestling Aroundup, the weekly news show from Wrestling Around. With me, Terry Peters, joined by, as always, by my illustrious co-host, the ever-present, well-renowned Scoop L.
Scoop out.
How are we doing, Scoops?
Yeah, I'm good. Good. Got all the scoops this week.
What scoops you got?
Uh,
Or do we need to wait for the scoops?
Let's have a look. Team USA beat down us basketball. No wrestling scoops this week.
No wrestling scoops. Okay.
Team USA did beat Germany in the FIBA World Cup, so
right, fair enough. Yeah, I would ask about the pigeon, but obviously no banner allowed.
No banner.
I did see an angry Instagram story of yours, so I guess it's not gone well again this week. And joined as well by the world renowned, world class wrestling journalist, Corvette driving, still just potentially, don't know. Aaron Franklin. Aaron, how are we doing?
Yeah, still driving the Corvette. It's all good in the hood at the moment.
Any Corvette updates?
No, still driving it.
Any mini updates?
Should have my car back Friday.
Super.
Good timing.
Just in time for the big weekend.
It's been a car heavy week in the wrestling around world this week. Because obviously my car survived its MOT after spending £125 on it. To then just be told it's got 6 months left to live.
Yeah, heartbreaking.
10 years. 10 goddamn years I've had it. And
I've had
it'll be gone
in the time you've had one car. I think I'm on my 8th/9th currently.
I would hazard a guess you've probably spent a lot less money fixing all those cars than what I have on mine.
Maybe not the Mini, but yeah.
But yeah, so my car was given 6 months to live this week.
What's your favorite Peters breakdown? There's been
my favorite Peters breakdown?
Yeah, there's been a few, hasn't
I think the side of the M1 when my tire blew out going to meet my now fiance's parent or dad for the first time and waiting for the AA. Because I don't actually know how to change a tire, but even if I did, I wouldn't do it on the side of the M1.
Yep, makes sense.
So yeah, that was probably one of the worst. Yeah, I think
snapping was all right.
No, that's fine because I know I had to get towed back and it cost me a bit of money, but
yeah,
I think there's less pressure. We were only going to my parents, so it's less pressure in that situation. It's one of them. But like when you're meeting someone for the first time, and then your car breaks down.
You turn up in a truck.
Thankfully, like I say, it was only Thankfully, it was only a blown out tire, so it could be fixed on the side of the M1.
Here's Robert.
Yeah,
fucking green flag.
But there was a lot of people waiting for us as well. Like so, we kept a lot of people waiting for a lot of hours.
Yeah.
For a good hour and a half, I'm going to say. So that's probably the most memorable one, I think.
Top one breakdowns.
Crashed it into a garage once, which was entirely my fault. Crumpled all the side. What else have I done? Someone reversed into my wheel arch and didn't leave a note. I went into the back of two cars. One didn't cause any damage, one did.
Well, two at the same time? Right?
No, two separate occasions. Like I say, one didn't even cause any damage to my car.
Yeah.
What we're saying is that Peters is not a very good driver by all these all this damage.
To be fair, they were in the early days. Those bits.
Been into a wall in Cardiff. Oh,
that was Phil,
our illustrious guest.
What else? Stalled it in fifth, going up a hill in Burnley with a Range Rover behind me. What else have I done? The clock's been wrong on it for about 8 years. I've never looked how to change it because I can't be bothered.
What was the time when you went to watch Hull City and you had to get the taxi place to fix it or whatever it was?
That was my old car.
That was the end of the last car.
That was the end of the last car.
I was privileged to be there for that. What a day.
That was the end of the last car.
Black cab repair guys. Just
sort my old car out. To be fair, it's a good thing that I left my sat nav in that car because I would never have known and drove home and probably caused me. Yeah. Well, no, it's not even that. Like we heard the hissing and saw the thing, but I wouldn't have seen that afterwards.
Oh yeah, we could have died.
Yeah, exactly. Other than that, I don't think it's been all right. It has passed 2 MOTs. Oh, and the heat shield. This is a story. The heat shield was picked up as an advisory last year. Not even on the sheet this year. Looked under my car. It's not hanging down, so it's either fallen off or been stolen.
It's not there at all.
No.
That's why I didn't get picked up.
Yeah, because it's just gone.
Good
So,
stuff.
like I say, it's either fallen off or being stolen.
Yeah.
And I'll be honest, I'm kind of hoping it's fallen off because that's just another funny story. But I don't know where it's fallen off. So, yeah. Anyway, we are here for carring around. We are Jeremy Clarkson, Richard Hammond, and James May.
Could hear Ross tearing his grave there if he was dead. It's not.
Well, don't know. He's never here, is he? So we'll start with the big AEW news this week. Cash Wheeler got arrested for aggravated assault with a firearm, and he was posed, I think that's the correct term, with a $2,500 bond. And he is apparently cooperating with the local authorities. He's not had his passport taken off him, but I don't know if there's been any update to the all-in card from next week, whether he can still go or not.
Not on the card as it stands, I don't think.
Is that where we're at with it? I don't see that match happening personally.
We heard from FTR on Saturday night on Collision.
And what did they say?
Going to fight the Young Bucks.
Okay. So, it'll be interesting. I think there'll be plenty of news about it this week, won't there? Obviously, with the card being, as we sit here 1 week away from All In.
Yeah, it was a video package, I believe.
Okay.
They did. So it might have already been taped.
I was going to say, is that something that's already been taped? That could be. We'll see what happens this week. Either way, it's big news because it could potentially affect that entire card of a match that everyone kind of wants to see.
No one wants to see FTR wrestle.
But in terms
within this window, that's correct.
Yeah,
I thought that was going to main event. Now I thought that was.
No, that's going to be thingy in it. Adam Cole and MJF.
No, it doesn't feel big enough for me.
Yeah, FTR are going to be on like the pre-show.
Well, they're not even going to be on it, I don't think.
Velocity.
Well, if they were, they'd be on like the Velocity.
I don't know. I think they'd be. I think they'd be the filling in the two main events. I think you'd have the world title, the CM Punk one that's been added, FTR, and then MJF Adam Cole.
All next to it down. It's a bit. Ooh, yeah.
I think that's.
Who are they meant to be facing?
Who, FTR?
Yeah,
the Bucks.
Okay.
I think if it's on, it would be the main event.
We'll have a look at the card. All in 2023 card, but that does have obviously ramifications of things of his actual sentencing, which no one knows about at the moment. We'll have to wait and see, but it could end up. I think it's a $2,000 fine and 5 years in prison is like the worst thing that could happen. But I doubt it. I doubt that will happen.
I'd be angry too and do something like that if I was bald. So
you've got the wrong one.
Definitely the right one.
Balding, not bald.
Yeah. So the card as it stands at the moment is Aussie Open versus MJF and Adam Cole on the pre-show for the Ring of Honor World Heavyweight titles. World Heavyweight Tag Team titles, I should say. Wikipedia is still advertising FTR versus the Young Bucks for the World Tag Team titles. Hikaru Shida, Tony Storm, Saraya, and Dr. Britt Baker for the women's titles.
Yes, Saraya's big homecoming moment. We're all going to cheer. It's going to be ticker tape flying everywhere. She's going to finally win the big one. Oh, I can't wait.
I think Britt Baker's winning that.
It's got to
piss people off.
It's got to be Saraya.
I thought her and Tony Storms were friends.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
So they're going to work together, and they're going to screw. One's going to screw the other.
Yeah, there's going to be a turn in that match, then, isn't there?
Yeah. Saraya's going to face turn.
Yes.
And we're going to serenade her with Sweet Caroline if she walks off at the title.
If she goes off. So that's for the women's title. We've got Darby Allin and Sting versus Mogul Embassy, which is AR Fox and Swerve Strickland in a tag team coffin match.
Yeah, we get to see Sting.
Yeah, he brought Joker Sting back this week in an independent show.
Right, okay, not on AEW TV.
No, it was an independent show.
Okay.
He brought.
I want to see I want to see baseball bat, trench coat. Sting. No fucking around. No red, black and white. Sting, please.
One man I never thought I'd see wrestle. Sting.
No, yeah.
One man I never thought I'd see wrestle. Oh, hang on. What's that? Fair dues. Sorry. Then we've got a Stadium Stampede match, which I'm very much looking forward to.
Same. Who's in it though?
We've got Eddie Kingston, Orange Cassidy, the best friends, which are Chuck Taylor and Trent Beretta, and the Lucha Brothers, Penta El Zero Maida and Rey Fenix, versus the Blackpool Combat Club of John Moxley, Claudio Castagnoli, Wheeler Yuta, and 3 to be assigned still.
Right. I think we need, the British legends, right? So,
Well, then,
Matty Jones.
Yep.
The legend. The fella, Johnny Saint, that's the one. And Robbie Brookside. Get all them out, the legends.
For the lads, Robbie Brookside.
Yeah. Who's the oldest but most still alive Wilder Sport guy?
It'll be someone on the rerun.
Mick McManus, is he still alive?
Who's Mick McManus?
Who's Mick McManus, you fucking sick?
Mick McManus sounds like somebody off X Factor. That was Michelle McManus.
It could be
McManus. No, Mick McManus died 10 years ago.
Okay,
age 93. He would have been 103.
Right. Kendo Nagasaki, is he still alive?
Kenzo or Kendo? Kendo Nagasaki.
He is. He's still alive.
Right, we're going for it.
Peter Thornley, 81. Same.
Imagine if William Regal was still part of AEW.
And he storms down and rips off his suit.
Yeah, the pop.
Unreal.
Be able to take a Regal sign again. Yeah. Brilliant.
Yes. Oh, it could be all the free agents that are moving to AEW.
Yeah, like Edge.
Edge, Drew McIntyre, and Jey Uso, who left, obviously.
Yeah.
Well, Jey Uso up here.
Jey Uso, I mean, can you imagine if he did?
That'd be a hell of a deal. That'd be really good if WWE did that, just to make the storyline look real.
It'd be an interesting way of doing it.
You can buy a tip up at Wembley. Kendo Nagasaki. Dave Taylor, he's still on the go, right?
Yeah, he's still kicking on.
Dave Taylor? Yeah.
66, he's got plenty of life left in
him. Fit Finley?
No.
He's not WWE, isn't he?
The British lads. Matty Jones is only 68.
Only.
Fuck me. Well, I trained with Matty Jones once and he couldn't stand up. He just said, "Have you bumped before, lad?"
He's from Oldham.
And then let me dive off the side of the ring. What a guy.
He was trained by someone called Ted Betley, which is an incredible name.
Ted Bundy.
Not Ted Bundy.
Nah.
I'm very much looking forward to the Stadium Stampede match. They always look crazy. I'm interested to see where they go inside of Wembley as well.
Only if you're watching it on TV at home. You're not going to see anything in the stadium.
They'll have it on the big screen though, won't they?
Yeah, but you don't even know what's going on when it's on TV at home because
I still think it'll be one of them people. I think it'll still be one of them things that people really get into for some reason because I think it has the potential to be like some stuff going on the outside, but then like people actually be in the ring at the same time as well.
Yeah, I kind of wish we'd got more expensive tickets and we're in a lower tier, so we've got more chance of fighting next to us. I don't think we will.
Are we on the hardcam side or are we on the other side though?
Fucking elsewhere. Think about why we have a Clash at the Castle and see if we can get slightly further back. That's what we are.
Yeah, but are we on hardcam side or the other or on TV side?
I don't know. We're opposite the entrance ramp, but the entrance ramp's at the Players Tunnel. So I don't know where the hardcam would be.
Yeah, I'm not sure where the hardcam would be. Well,
yeah,
we'll find out.
Free. They've got to do something big. I hope it's not like really free shit British guys that no one cares about.
You would have imagined if they'd have been fit and not injured that it would have been Pac and Brian Danielson in there as well.
Yeah.
I don't know who the other one would have been, but obviously Pac's injured, which is a shame because obviously he's a Geordie lad, isn't he?
He is one for you. Nigel McGuinness.
Yes. There has been rumours about him coming back, hasn't there? Grado.
Yeah. I thought it's Grado not having a match with Jeff Jarrett. Is that what?
Nothing's been confirmed. Well, I don't know. There was a bloody Texas Chainsaw match this week, which was
fucking horrendous.
Absolutely awful by the sounds of what I've heard. Actual Leatherface came down as well. Then we've got we've got the Golden Elite. So Kota Ibushi, Kenny Omega, and Hangman Page versus Takeshita and Bullet Club Gold of Juice Robinson and Jay White in a 6-man tag match. I think people are a little bit disappointed with that. because I think they wanted to see Kenny Omega on his own.
Do you know one thing that I've noticed about every AEW pay-per-view? That every match card is just stacked out to high heavens with multi-man matches.
It's because he's got to get everyone on, though, isn't it?
Well, you
That's
don't.
fine. No, I agree with you, don't, but obviously that's how he books his shows. That he tries, but I still think this is going to be a long show.
Oh, it's going to be 7 hours.
I think we're going to be there for a long time.
Oh, they've moved it early, and it kicks off at 5 now. I think.
What time was it meant to start? Was it 7?
6. The first time said 8, but I think that was a mistake. But
yeah,
I believe Wembley has a curfew of 10:30.
Okay,
so like 5.5 hours. It's got.
I think the pre-show will kick off before 5:30, though.
Yeah.
It depends on the. Yeah, it depends.
Well, doors open at 3:30, don't they? But pre-show starts at 4:30.
Yes.
The thing is, though, we've still got Dynamite as well this week, haven't we? To add more stuff to.
Oh, I thought we were Dynamite at the tape, and I was like, "Fucking hell!" Okay, I was gonna say.
And then there's a Collision. I assume Collision will be pre-tape this week.
Yeah, because Collision will be after. Oh no, it's
the day before, isn't it?
It's a Saturday. This is the Sunday, isn't it?
It's a Saturday, so
I'm assuming they'll tape. I think they tape on a Thursday if it's not live.
Yeah, so you would imagine then that everyone will sort of fly over on the Friday.
Yeah.
Will Ospreay versus Chris Jericho, CM Punk and Samoa Joe, which was a match that was added following Saturday's Collision for the Real World Championship. I'm very interested to see what reaction Punk gets here.
I hope he's doing his strength lift, and he can actually lift Joe this time.
Yeah, it was a poor GTS, wasn't it?
GTS, that's right. Yeah,
poor GTS. And MJF versus Adam Cole is what we have got so far. I still think there's 2 or 3 matches to be added to that.
I'll be surprised if they don't, and I'll be quite annoyed if they don't put a Jungle Boy match on.
I think that'll come.
I also want Christian Cage on the card. And Luchasaurus.
We'll move into Christian Cage. So Edge had his... Well,
I think Luchasaurus has got a match against the next week then, All Out.
Hang on. He's
which one are we? All In now, isn't it?
All Out, yeah. So there's 2 matches now announced for All Out, which is Luchasaurus versus Darby Allin and Miro versus Powerhouse Hobbs. Still don't get why they've announced matches for that before. Well, I guess that's what happens when you book 2 shows in the space of a week. But we'll stay with Christian Cage. So Edge had his last match potentially in WWE. Contract expires rumored in September.
Yeah.
Could he be AEW bound? Could we see him on Sunday, a week today?
No, he's a WWE lifer. There's no way he's signing for AEW. I don't care what anyone says.
Tell you what, I think it would certainly make a few heads turn in the wrestling, like sort of fan-wise. If he did, I think it would shock a lot of people if he did. I don't see it personally because I just don't see him wrestling much more. But I could see Tony Khan trying to get him.
Tony Khan 100%. Yeah, because that's how he ended up coming back with WWE last time, because they were going to clear him, and Vince was like, "Oh, hold on a minute, pal." I could sort of see it happening. I could sort of see it happening at Wembley, because Edge is the type of person who would lie. Like before, when he was like, "No, I'm not coming back." So because he's the one who said his contract ends in September.
Yeah.
There's no journalist that found that out.
He's sort of gone off on his own terms, though, hasn't he? He had a match with Sheamus on Friday at SmackDown. They shared a Guinness afterwards.
Which is an absolute banger as well, apparently.
Yeah, I read it was good.
I've not seen it, but
I read it was good. But Sean Ross Sapp notes that we wouldn't see Edge in AEW because WWE owns the right to that name, but it is a possibility that Adam Copeland could be All Elite someday.
Yeah, see, that's it, right? I think we all want to see an Edge and Christian reunion. But do we want to see Adam Copeland and Christian Cage? Is that the same?
No, I think we want to see Christian Cage and Sexton Hardcastle.
Even that, is that the same?
I think for a proper reunion, you need it in WWE.
I still think people would call him Edge anyway. People would still call him Edge.
But if he can't come out with them, you think you know me, didn't
Yeah, I wonder what his entrance would be.
Go back to Rob Zombie.
It'd be some other Alter Bridge song,
I reckon it'd be Rob Zombie like it was actually. That's a good shout, Aaron.
I reckon it'd be Coming Home by Alter Bridge.
But yeah, I could see it happening. I think if it does happen, I don't think it would be. I think it would be next week and next week alone if it does happen, because I can't see it happening at any other point really.
I think if it's to happen, he makes one appearance to AEW and re-signs with WWE afterwards.
I don't see him re-signing with WWE, to be honest. He's 50 now, isn't he?
Legends contract, mate.
Yeah, I guess that's the only thing that he could do.
Yeah, he was involved with creative as well before, wasn't he? In WWE.
Yeah, I suppose he could go into producing, I guess.
Yeah.
But like I say, I think if it was to happen, it would happen at Wembley.
Yeah.
I
They
don't see
seem
it
quite
happening all that.
open. WWE seem quite open on people popping across for one. Like Rob Van Dam pretty much works at WWE, doesn't he, at the moment?
Yes.
And they were like, yeah, go for it, mate.
Yeah. Like I say, it's one of them.
I don't, even though Edge is my favorite wrestler of all time, and even though I'm going to All In on Sunday, if he turns up, I'll be like, oh, for fuck's sake, mate. That'll be my honest reaction. I'm like, whoa, oh my God. I'm like, oh, fuck's sake. The discourse I've got to put up with now because of this on Twitter is, can't handle it. Don't want
it. Yeah, I would love to see your reaction, to be fair, if it happened next week.
I'll be like, yeah, nice one, mate. Good to see you. Just go on.
You saying you want Bop?
I don't know. Depends what his music is, really. I'm very much a music popper. If it just came like Adam Copeland, I'd be like, hilarious.
Adam Copeland, baby.
Yeah, I'd be like, hey. But inside, I'd be like, come
on. What else have we got news? Sorry, I need to. We'll stay with AEW. Tony Khan said that Sting is on the run of his career in AEW. I disagree. So I
think Tony Khan talks out of his ass.
I think his run's been better than WE.
Well, that doesn't say much, does it?
Nope. But I think you will never beat his WCW stuff.
Even his TNA, he had a fucking awesome run in TNA.
Yeah, I mean, it was a decent
in his prime, wasn't he?
He had a good he did have a good run in TNA. But I guess Tony Khan's going to say that though, isn't he? He's going to big it up. But I still can't believe that he's actually wrestling against Sting, to be honest. It still blows my mind. And the fact that he's been doing it, what now, for 3 years?
Been a while. It was in the pandemic, wasn't it? It was definitely a Daly's place, wasn't it?
Yeah. So it's one of those, isn't it? But I totally get why he's saying that. I do totally get why he's saying it. Moving away from AEW, moving over to WWE. Lacey Evans has left WWE and now goes by Macy Estrella. She was sort of advertising that she'd opened a coffee shop anyway in the last couple of weeks over her Instagram. And then this news just sort of broke. She sort of said after 12, I'll now be called Macy Estrella. Again, there's been sort of rumors that obviously the usual rumors come around that she could go to AEW. I don't see that one happening personally.
But she'll go to the NWA.
Yeah, or Impact.
No, NWA, because she just seems that type of person, if you catch my drift.
Yep, fair point. But apparently her biggest supporter was Vince McMahon. Rumors appear to believe this week. The thing they did, they repackaged her about 3 times, didn't they? Like in the space of a year. And they just sort of gave her
like 3 times in the space of a week.
Yeah, and then like gave her 1 match, didn't they? And then Sergeant Slaughter's daughter shat on her for her being an actual drill instructor.
Was that on her OnlyFans?
No, do you not remember? She was, yeah, I know, you know what I mean. But yeah, it's like Sergeant Slaughter's daughter was like, hey, Nicky, my dad's gimmick, and he wasn't even in the armed forces, and she was.
But I think
was more entitled to the gimmick than he was.
I think so. The main thing we've got to remember is that Lacey Evans wasn't very good.
But she did win me a Royal Rumble's prediction contest, which you and Ross were fuming about.
Yeah, that was ludicrous. That you had some inside info.
I did like the women's right as a finisher. I thought it was quite cool.
She's just decking someone, right? Oh, you're the name.
Yeah, I think it's quite a clever name, to be fair.
Nah, she was rubbish.
But it doesn't surprise me that she's gone in terms of the way that she's sort of been repackaged in the last year or so. Not really had many been seen on TV all that much either.
Yeah. Oh, she goes to Jim Crockett Promotions, and it's Ric Flair's son's first match in like a few years' time because Ric Flair got her pregnant, I believe.
Yeah,
in kayfabe.
That was a fucking horrible storyline. Jesus Christ. The fact that she actually then legitimately fell pregnant as well. And just after that storyline.
That was the whole point of the storyline. I thought that was trying to write her off.
No, I thought it was just afterwards. I thought it was just after she found out she was legit pregnant.
What was it?
I could be wrong, but I thought that was it. Who was? Oh, it was Charlotte Flair, obviously, wasn't it? Because why else would Ric Flair be trying to fucking impregnate her?
Randy old man. Yeah. What gimmick?
He'll never stop. He's on Celebrity Wife Swap with Roddy Piper. It's fucking brilliant watching. WWE are planning to take Damian Priest out of the Judgment Day. This one doesn't surprise me. It's sort of been teased anyway.
I think the rumor going around recently is that they're going to be taking Finn out, but now it's gone the opposite way.
With Priest.
Mm-hmm.
See, I think Priest struggles on his own more than Finn.
Yeah, I think the whole story at the moment is just Finn's jealous in it because everyone else has got trophies or titles.
Yeah, because obviously Dom's the North American, Rhea is the women's champ, Priest has got Money in the Bank, and he's got nothing.
Yeah.
So it will be interesting where they go. They are teasing something, though, aren't they? They are definitely teasing something. What will be the interesting part is seeing which way Dom and Rhea sort of side, because it has sort of been pointing towards Priest.
Yeah.
Over Finn. But it's when are they... What's the next pay-per-view now? Is it
Payback?
Payback.
Which is a week on Sunday. Off our...
I think they then sow the next set of seeds at Payback. Sort of like, it costs Finn a match or something.
Yeah.
Got anything else at Payback?
Only Trish and Becky in a cage.
Which should have happened at SummerSlam anyway, but less of that. Yes, 2nd of September, bloody hell. 2 weeks.
All happening.
2 weeks. So that's the same night as All Out, is it?
It's the day before.
No, it's the day before.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a Saturday, isn't it, of course? Yeah, it's a week on Saturday.
On Saturday. Bloody
hell.
Yeah, but they are the poster for Payback, so they're going to be involved. Judgment Day are the poster.
Yeah.
So, like I say, I think some more seeds get sown in that.
I'd imagine they're on the poster because Roman's not got a match at Payback. Am I right?
Yeah. Was he on SmackDown this week?
No, it's the first time in 3 years where nobody from the Bloodline was.
Is that what it was? I was going to say.
I think Paul Heyman was on it.
I woke up on Saturday and didn't see sort of anything.
Yeah. I think they gave Edge's
the
match,
the sort of main thing.
The main event. Yeah.
Fair enough. WWE has fired trademarks for Bare Legal, Massacre on 34th Street, Hardcore Heaven, and Cyber Slam. I guess that'll be to do with probably some NXT thing. It wouldn't surprise me if that linked in with that, but also just to sort of keep those anyway, just so others can't take them, because obviously it's linked to ECW.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess it'll just be that. But then they are doing NXT Heatwave next week.
Well, that's what I was going to say.
Yeah.
That's what I said. Like I said, it wouldn't surprise me if we see some of those as a NXT special. Cyber Slam would be interesting because it'd be like the old Cyber Sunday.
I'd like that.
Yeah, I'd like that.
Are they doing that Taboo Tuesday on NXT soon?
Are they? We've got NXT No Mercy.
I feel like because NXT is a Tuesday, isn't it? I'm sure they brought back Taboo Tuesday.
They might have done, to be fair. They haven't got any more NXT pay-per-views announced apart from No Mercy.
Yeah, it's not a pay-per-view, it's a TV special, I think.
Oh, is it one of those? Right, okay.
Yeah. I might have that, but it seems legit, right?
I guess Massacre on 34th Street could be something in December. Hardcore Heaven, I don't know what they would do with that.
They used the gimmick on, but they didn't call it Taboo Tuesday.
Okay. So maybe send it into CyberSlam.
Yeah.
Barely Legal, I guess that's just again the trademark name, isn't it? Just to have it, I guess, so others can't take it, because I can't see them doing all four of those. I think the ones they would use would be Massacre on 34th Street, and CyberSlam.
Yeah,
I think I'll Cash Wheeler tried. Or Barely Legal.
Bloody hell! And that's all we've got. Britt Baker, sorry, missed this one. Britt Baker banged up and working through an injury.
Yeah, apparently she loves working through an injury.
I think.
Well, she ain't got a leg to stand on now after she had to go at Paul Thunder Rosa for being injured.
That's true.
Yeah,
she's doing commentary now, isn't it? I think
she's Spanish commentary.
Yeah. She was also involved in. Oh, I can't think what the promotion was called. But do you remember that superfan, Izzy Bailey superfan?
Oh yeah, she's now a wrestler.
She had a first wrestling match and lost.
Yeah.
And then had another one, I think, a few days later.
Yeah.
But I think Thunder Rosa was involved in that as well, because I'm sure when I listened about it, she mentioned Thunder Rosa. What the hell was it called? Oh, that's going to annoy me.
Like Mountain Pro Wrestling or something.
Izzy Moreno, something like that. Izzy Moreno, that's the name, isn't it? She was in. Bear with me.
NXT, bloody hell, can't believe it.
She's 16 now. Just makes me feel old. Because like,
oh, is that all she is?
Yeah. Because like, obviously, she was like what, 8 at the time when she was at Superfan.
Yes.
Yeah.
She was at. Just fucking tell me which promotion you work for. Christ. Oh God, this is bad. Mission Pro Wrestling.
Mission Mountain
Mission Pro Wrestling. Mountain Pro Wrestling. That
Wrestling Society X is what she was in, apparently.
Well, we are doing Wrestling Society X.
She probably wasn't born when Wrestling Society X is out.
What is she, 16? What does that take her to?
2007, same year.
Same year. Maybe that was what she. Maybe she was watching it in the Womb.
Yeah,
in the Womb. But wrestling. Speaking of Wrestling Society X, we are doing a watch along of episode 4.
Yeah.
Of our favorite. I'm just putting out our favorite promotion we've ever watched because it's just batshit crazy.
Well, it's dying down a bit now.
Yeah, the episode. Yeah, I think last week's was definitely the worst.
We're going to cancel this podcast series the same way the TV series.
What? Just record them all in one go.
We'll just do them all in one.
Wrestling Society X. What are we? Let me find out what we're expecting this week from Wrestling Society X. Doesn't say. Brilliant. Don't actually know who the bloody band are this week. You have to join us on Wednesday and find out.
No, I found it.
Go on then.
Travis. Yeah, Travis are the band.
Right. It's definitely not Travis. Travis is just terrible, apart from one song.
Fuck off.
He's going to mute me, isn't he?
No, what's the one song? Go on. Oh, no, I'm not going to mute you. I'm going to let you embarrass yourself instead.
What the one good song that I like? Why is it always raining on me? Because obviously.
You said when your car breaks down for like the 10th time. That comes on. Yeah. But no, they've got a lot of hits, Travis.
So, oh my God. Do it. Oh no, that's the team name. Never mind. I found the card. Do we want to know what the card is?
Go on then.
Yeah,
so we're going to have Jimmy Jacobs and Tyler Black against Dragon Gate. Jack Evans versus Marcus Riot. Matt Sydal versus Scorpio Sky. I wonder if this was everything that was taped, because there's a lot more matches on here than what we ever see.
Oh, you're on the...
I'm on Online World of Wrestling, the results.
Oh dear.
Just join us.
It's only half an hour.
Yeah, no, that's what I mean when I was reading all that. It's like we never see this many. Just join us on Wednesday and find out. God, this has been a terrible end to the podcast. Or the news, anyway. But Wrestling Society X will cheer you up. Any more news to raise before we jump forward to Wednesday for us next to be on?
Booker T wants to be in the Hall of Fame for a third time.
Who is? On his own?
Yeah, as a trainer.
So what's he got now? Harlem Heat himself?
No, trainer Booker T.
I did see that.
He trained Roxanne Perez. So.
Right. Brilliant.
Hall of Fame.
Anything else to raise before we go on that news?
Can you go in as a commentator as well?
Commentator, and for the guy who stood on the stage when Bad Bunny rapped.
Yeah, and could go in as honorary NWO.
He should go in for that skit with Austin in the supermarket.
Yeah, and pre-show guy. The first pre-show guy.
Oh, Christ.
Him and Alex
should go in for Shucky Ducky Quack Quack as well.
Exactly.
Just that and
I think we can get one to about 10 times. We
should do a petition for this Booker T to be inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame 10 times.
The best T.
The best
Mr. T. Yeah, better than Mr. T. Better than Big T. Better than Sweet T.
Big T is
Sweet T. I know it was about 10 time on it.
Tom Bone? What the fuck's he called? Big Tom.
T-Bag.
T-Bone. He's going next week, isn't he?
T-Bone. Yeah.
He could go in as just Booker.
And a T.
And he could go in as King Booker.
G.I. Bro.
G.I. Bro, yeah. Classic.
Was he Cole or was he Ken? When they were Harlem Heat first came, I'm sure they were called Cole and Ken. Before Ken.
Sure.
Yeah. They were called what?
When Harlem Heat came out, they weren't Booker T and Stevie Ray. They were Colin Kane.
Were they?
Yeah.
What, before Kane was Kane?
Oh yeah. They've been around a while, He was called. Oh, he was also called Black Snare at one point.
Yeah.
Interesting. Don't know what that is. That's all his gimmicks. And he had an R&B funk band called Booker T and the MGs. So that's pretty good.
Keep going for his appearance on The Weakest Link as well, because that was also brilliant.
Yeah. Classic.
Was he on the Was he on Weakest Link?
Yeah.
You know that one? The one with Anne Robinson? Almost called her Anne Widdicombe then.
That'd have been better. Yeah.
Anne Widdicombe on Weakest Link.
Yeah. Who won? Was it Triple H who won that one? Just definitely. It was them two in the final too.
I don't know. I just remember Kane being dressed in the full Kane gimmick, mask and all, which is obviously brilliant. And I'm spelling Bubba Ray wrong because it's spelled B-U-H, B-U-H.
No, apparently there's a 2023 Weakest Link.
Is that the American one?
Yeah. Becky Lynch, Bianca Belair, Miz, Xavier Woods, Kofi Kingston, and Alexa Bliss.
Didn't they do a Family Fortunes as well?
They did, yeah.
Recently?
Well, Stone Cold Steve Harvey.
Well, we should watch some of them as well.
Yeah.
We should do a watch along of those. I'd be well up for that.
And did Booker T, did he not, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe he got an Academy Award for his role in Ready to Rumble?
I've never seen Ready to Rumble.
I think he was in that.
Oh, what?
No, I've never seen it.
We need to get that watched.
What's it called? Letterboxd. I'm intrigued. Letterboxd, let's have a look. But yeah, we should definitely watch some of the Weakest Link WWE specials.
That's because Booker T was not in it.
So no, then. He should get one anyway.
Oh, no, he wasn't it. He wasn't it. Just wasn't on the, he wasn't listed as a star. Unlike Goldberg and DDP.
It's got 2.6 on Letterboxd. I'm quite frankly, I'm upset by that. Right, anyway, less of that. Right, we will leave it there for the news this week. So join us again on Wednesday. We'll be covering and watching along Wrestling Society X episode 4. Lou, thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Aaron, thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
And thank you everybody for listening. And we'll see you on Wednesday, and get that YouTube loaded up before you listen to us so you can watch along with us.